and welcome to Japanese from Zero, Japanese in 5, where we take 5 minutes out of your busy day and we teach you some Japanese. Sorry. This is part 2 of Wet and Dry. It was going to originally just be 2 parts, but I realized I put too many slides in the last one, so I had to split that one into 2. We're going to have another part after this called Wet and Dry Part 3. Here we go. This is a continuation of the last presentation. So we're talking about getting things wet. So you can spill something or something can get spilled. There's 2 verbs that cover this, okay? One is kobosu, to spill. Like we talked about before, some verbs are actions and some verbs are states. They're talking about the state that it's in, all right? So kobosu is an action. And the thing that the action occurs upon in an action verb is marked with the object the object marker or particle o. And koboreru, which means to be spilled or to get spilled, is talking about the state of it. It has been spilled. Not by anyone in particular, it just happened, okay? And that is marked with ga. The things that get spilled are marked with ga. First, let's look at kobosu. All right? Something o kobosu. Something o kobosu. So here we say, tsukue ni mizu o koboshimashita. I spilled water on my desk. The thing that you're spilling something on is marked with the location marker ni. The thing that you are spilling is marked with the object marker o. Tsukue ni mizu o koboshimashita. I spilled water, okay, on my desk. All right. Now, let's change up the sentence structure a little bit. We could say, nomimono o kobosanai you ni. Now that could be a longer sentence. It could be just like it is right there, but it means make sure you don't spill your drink. You could say, nomimono o kobosanai you ni shite kudasai. Make it so that you don't spill your drink. Nomimono o kobosanai you ni. Now this format, this sanai you ni, is very common. You might say, minai you ni. Maybe you're naked and someone's in the same room with you and you're getting ready to undress or change, and you say, minai you ni. You know, make it so, or you could just say, of course, minaide, but just, you're trying to tell them, maybe you say, mienai yoni, make it so that you can't see. And that's what this is doing. We'll talk about it in another 5-minute episode. Now let's look at another verb that we just talked about, the koboreru one. Now it's going to use ga instead, to get spilled. So, nomimono ga koboremashita. My drink spilled. My drink got spilled. It's not saying someone did it. It's just explaining the state that the drink is in. The drink got spilled. Koboremashita. It spilled. It happened miraculously. I don't know who did it. It was here. All of a sudden it was gone. It was spilled. All right? All right. Here's a real famous English saying, and I figured it would be nice to do in Japanese. So, koboreta miruku ni nakanaide. Don't cry over spilled milk. Koboreta is just the past tense form of koboreru, to be spilled, to get spilled. And when you take a form like that and throw it right in front of a noun, you could say, you can modify it with the verb, koboreta milk. The milk that was spilled, don't cry over it. All right, next one. Ekitai means liquid. Ekitai o kakeru. This means to pour a liquid on something or to spray a liquid on something. Kakeru. All right? And because it's an action that you're doing, the thing that is marking the item is o. Okay? It's the object marker o. So something o kakeru. So here we go. Hana ni mizu o kakemashita. I watered the plants would be a good translation of that. Or I poured water on the plants. I sprayed water on the plants. Hana ni mizu o kakemashita. All right, next one. To spray or to pour again, same thing. Sushi ni shoyu o kakemashita. I put soy sauce on my sushi. You could say I poured soy sauce on my sushi, but whatever makes sense in English is what you use. Whatever sounds natural is what you do. Okay? For example, if you were going the opposite direction, you wouldn't directly translate. You wouldn't do a direct translation of the English to make the Japanese sound awkward. You always want to translate the best. So even though kakeru doesn't really mean put in this sense. It means pour or spray. You're going to say put in English. So, sushi ni shoyu o kakemashita. I put sushi on my... I put shoyu on my sushi. Now, there are some people who put their sushi in the shoyu. Shoyu ni tsukeru. Tsukeru, not kakeru though. Tsukeru means to dip. Tsukeru. Alright, next one. Kakeru, and you'll notice that we don't have a ga form of this, something that uses ga, because there is no... I mean, you could say it got put in, but it's not typically something that you say. All right, so here we go. There's two ones here I want to talk about. 2 ones. Wow, my English is great. Pan ni chizu o kakemashita. Pan ni chizu o kakemashita means I put cheese on bread. But you'll also hear this other verb, hasanda or hasamimashita. Pan ni chizu o hasamimashita. That also means I put cheese on bread, but it's on bread between 2 pieces of bread. Hasamu, if you know hasami scissors, you know that's where it comes from. It means to pinch. I pinched some cheese between the bread, which means I put cheese on the bread. Okay? All right, final one. Wow, I could have made a part 3 just with this alone. We're over our 5 minutes and I apologize. Ireru, to put in. Ireru, to put in. All right? Kohi ni creamu o iremashita. The reason why I added this is because when you think of kakeru, you might think, oh, I put soy sauce in my soup. But you would not say kakeru in this case, even though you're pouring it in. You would say ireru, I put it in. So you would say, for example, soup ni shoyu o iremashita. You would not say kakemashita. So, kohi ni creamu o ireta means I put cream in my coffee. And the final sentence, maybe there's some box or something over there. You could say, yubi o asoko ni ireta. But be very careful when you do. If you don't know why you need to be careful, go back and watch the first episode of this series, Wet and Dry. I'll see you next on Japanese at 5. Bye-bye.